East Coast Hall of Fame. But this year, he is also going to be put in as a member of what many consider the most elite group of designers, fabricators, engineers, and for that matter, just all-out drag racers in the history of the sport. Sitting down here on the floor, over in the corner, is one of their many cars. In fact, I believe we had 3 on display on Garnett Street yesterday, ranging from the Motown Missile, Dodge Challenger Pro Stocker that debuted in 1970. It was one of the first NHRA Pro Stock cars in the 9-second zone, all the way to the cars that Don Carlton campaigned through the mid-1970s. The name of the group is basically what you see on the side of the car. And we've got 10 of them that are going in, basically known as the Missile Pro Stock Program. Based around Chrysler engineering, but not necessarily including only Chrysler engineers, are the following names. We'll have you come up as we read the name, and then we'll just have you stand here for some photos and allow you each to speak when you get up here. Al Adam, Len Bartush, posthumously, of course, Don Carlton, Tom Coddington, the legendary Tom Hoover, Ron Killen, Mike Koran, Dick Oldfield, Joe Pappas, and Ted Spehar. These men created one of the best-known teams in drag racing history that, for a time in NHRA competition, was absolutely unbeatable. Many people thought it was because of Chrysler Corporation money, when in fact, their success was based solely on what's between the ears of each and every man walking up on this stage. The January 1972 edition of Hot Rod magazine featured their brand new Barracuda Pro Stocker on the cover. And when people saw the Motown Missile, it became one of the most popular single race cars of its time. It was one of the most sought after cars for match races, and of course, it dominated in national event competition. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, these 10 men, with Don Carlton of course not appearing, are responsible for some of the most significant performance improvements in pro stock in the early 1970s, as well as one of the most popular teams ever. Put your hands together for the Motown Missile team. We're going to start on the end here and ask each member to state his name and say whatever he'd like.
My name's Alan Adam, and I just want to thank Nancy and the board for recognizing us here this weekend. These kind of successful events just don't happen. It takes a lot of planning and a lot of old-fashioned hard work to make all of this happen. Really appreciate that, Nancy. I want to thank my wife, Carol, for sticking with me through the racing years when we were traveling all over the countryside, from Gainesville to Pomona to Irwindale down to Amarillo. So thank you, Carol, for that. I feel very blessed that I was able to be a part of the Chrysler Engineering Racing team and also the Motown Missile team. There was much camaraderie. We were a family structure, no question about it. And another thing I really enjoyed, talking about camaraderie, is during those trips all over the countryside, I got to meet many, many people, many, many racers, and we all became family. And it was actually a cultural experience, all the different dialects and many culture differences that we would encounter down south, out west, Midwest, and so forth. I really enjoyed. So thank you, Nancy, very much.
My name's Leonard, and I'd just like to thank everybody, and I feel like I'm really privileged to be here with everybody. Thanks very much. Tom Coddington. This is my second time here along with Tom Hoover, because we were here for the Ram Chargers. That was our first real forever drag racing. The Motown Missile was the second. A lot more technical than that, but just as much fun. We had a great time. The
Tom Hoover, and I too want to thank Nancy. This is the best doggone reunion I've been to in my whole life.
I'm Dick Oldfield, and I'd also like to thank Nancy and the committee for selecting us. And this group is a very special group. We've been together for a long time. We've been friends all these years too. And that's about it.
My name is Ron Killen. I'd like to also thank Nancy and the committee. I'd like to agree with Dick. It's been an honor to work with these gentlemen and know them for the last, long time. And I'd especially like to thank you guys sitting back up there, because if you didn't come out to see these events, we wouldn't be standing here today. Thank you.
Mike Koran, I'd like to thank Nancy and the committee. I'd like to extend a special thanks to my wife. It's a lot of hours, very hard work. It's very demanding, and to have someone like Paula to be next to my side for this whole time is very important. Family is very important, and the people that are up here are all family. The sport's been very good to us. Thanks to you all. It's an honor to be recognized.
I'm Joe Pappas. I'd like to thank Nancy very much for bringing us all together. We don't get many opportunities to be together anymore, but this is very special. A big thanks to my wife as well. I've been gone for almost a month now, and we've been traveling about 7,000 miles, picking up cars, moving things, and getting ready for this event. So, Lynn, thank you for being patient, especially with all we have to go on at home right now. And thank you all for coming. This has been a great weekend, and we look forward to being here many times in the future.
Ted Spehar, I'd like to thank Nancy and the committee for recognizing us, and I'd like to thank my wife for supporting me. Thank you.
I'm Don Carlton. I'm the son of Don Carlton, and I'd just like to thank all these guys, Nancy, everybody, all the families, all the fans for recognizing all these great guys. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nancy has, well, actually our entire nominating committee has worked on inducting groups, as many of, actually as Tom Hoover and Tom Coddington pointed out, the Ram Chargers came in as a group. We've had several others, the Golden Commandos, for instance, last year. This particular group is just as important as any in the history of drag racing. Once again, a round of applause for the entire Motown Missile team. By the way, something else that needs to be brought up, especially if this is your first time here, you know what the best thing about the East Coast Drag Times Hall of Fame award ceremony is? Free food! We will have food outside to be served, plenty of places to sit back in the eating area after we complete our awards inductions. Awards and inductions. That's one heck of a large group of unsmiling people, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, the extremely upset Motown Missile. Are you done? All the photographers are cool? Get out of here! Thanks, guys. You guys move faster than I thought. I'm impressed. Our next inductee